very keen to move from a concentration on how teachers teach to how children learn. And we had some very specific ideas about how we wanted our young people to actually learn in terms of the acquisition of skills and behaviours as well as knowledge and content. So yes, there were risks, but the opportunities, we thought, in terms of enhancing the learning, making it more personalised and individual, motivating students who perhaps would not be motivated by a more traditional approach, outweighed those risks. You take manageable risks, that's what leaders do. And this is a manageable risk to make a step change in children's learning and therefore their outcomes.
I think if we didn't have them, it would be a lot more difficult to learn things that we need, and I think lessons would just generally be a lot less exciting, and we wouldn't get as much out of them.
I think it's really helped improve how interesting a lesson is, because now we can use different ways of recording our work instead of just writing in a book.
The fact that they can work independently and they're not all going together as a class has made a huge difference, and they love it when you give them the freedom to use the tools in the way that they see fit, and very, very engaging from that point of view.
The staff, again, you know, it's about the management of change, isn't it? And we, 2 years ago, before we moved into the new building, we changed our school day on a Wednesday to close early to provide 2 hours of professional development time for the staff every week for 2 years.
Obviously, it's really good for the staff because it makes things easier, and it can also be good for the students too. So with controlled assessment and written work that we've got to do for examinations, for example, or for coursework, it's brilliant because everybody has access to digital resources, to digital media, and can do it quickly and effectively. But I think more important than that is how it's actually helped us to develop learning at school. That's the real key thing that we're trying to work on, and get students more independent in their learning, and using a greater range of skills in order to retain information and develop understanding of particular topics.
At first it was definitely different, and having all the more variety was quite a big thing to get used to, but I think in a very short amount of time I think we got used to it and really enjoyed it.
The most memorable thing I think was in a chemistry lesson, and we were learning about ionic and covalent bonding, and we used monkey jam to take lots of pictures, and we used plasticine models, and then we moved the electrons like a centimetre at a time. We took lots of pictures on monkey jam. Then you upload it onto there and it makes it into a video, and the finished product of the video looked really cool. It looked like Disney or something. Because we'd had so much fun doing it, I know exactly what ionic and covalent bonding is now, and I don't think I'll forget it.
Miss Hobbs knew of you and wanted somebody who'd been through this process before, and you gave us a lot of useful advice about how to collecting the money and how to sort of price it all out and that kind of thing. So we really just wanted someone who could support us. And I think also you put us in touch with some other schools, and Chris went and visited those and had a look at what they'd done. So talking to other people who've been through the process makes a difference, because we all make mistakes, and we can learn from one another.
Parents asked a whole range of questions, but we were quite ready for them because we'd had a lot of help from the Learning Foundation and from another school who'd gone through the process, so we were ready for the questions. I think we did all the right things. We took a lot of advice from other people, and we listened very carefully, and we learned from their mistakes. We planned our launch very, very carefully, and we actually spoke to all of our staff, and we got as many of our staff involved in the launch evenings as we could. We had representatives from the E-Learning Foundation with us when we did our launch, which I think was very important. And I think the parents felt very confident.
We had to do a lot of work with the parents, and we thought very carefully about our launch and how we were going to sell it to them as a scheme, rather than just, oh, here's a netbook, and how it would make a difference to their children's learning. So we were very keen to have students involved in the launch, so they could articulate to the parents how it made a big difference to them. We were very pleasantly surprised with the uptake. We never dreamed that we would get. I think there's only 8 students in the school who haven't signed up to the scheme.
You have to have the right teaching and learning strategies in place. There has to be a shared understanding amongst the staff of what is meant by personalised learning.
As we're having more fun doing it, I think it's easier to remember.
Make sure that the training's in place, make sure that staff know what they're going to be getting and are able to use it.
I like the independence that we get from it because now I don't have to share anything with other members of my family. I can get on with my own work and not have to schedule myself around anyone else.
You mustn't underestimate what's involved in launching a netbook scheme because it is a very big, serious undertaking.
It's improved my learning because, I don't know, it's so many different new ways of using it. Like, there's so many different new programs. It's more fun, it's more effective, it's more efficient, like it's easy and quick.
I think you've got to have that infrastructure there in order to make it work.
The tasks are more challenging, but they're also a lot more fun, and you learn so much more through them because you're working a lot harder and really trying to do your best.
Parents, when they are contributing, do expect a good service, and that's what you have to give them.
You understand things a lot better by using different ways of learning.
The technical support, you definitely need that there.
Just get our netbooks out, it's right in front of us. The internet's there, we're using the school's wireless. All of our work's saved onto the school network, so everything's there. It's really efficient.
And obviously whatever benefits the students benefits the school.
That's what's more effective when we've enjoyed what we're doing. Because we've had fun and we've learnt new skills by doing it, it's definitely a bit more memorable.